Hello friends, welcome back. My name is PK. In this video, you will learn how to create a to-do list for multiple projects in one Excel workbook. So as you are seeing my screen, I have created this Excel workbook wherein I have created 3 project sheets. Project 1, Project 2 and Project 3. You can keep the original name of your project, place of Project 1 and Project 2 and Project 3. So here you can see the first sheet is the summary sheet. In the summary sheet, I have given the information for each project. So this is the serial number, then the project name, then the total task completed and overdue. So here for each project you can see the information. If I want to see the information for project 1, I will simply click here and it will take me to the project 1 sheet. In the project 1, you can see we have this high level summary first, total task completed and overdue. Then we have task name, due date, assigned to, completion percentage, remarks and the status. And status is in the icon. So here you can see the first task 1, which the due date was 11/10/2021. It was assigned to employee 5. So here we have a list of the employee. You can change this list as per your requirement. We have given a sheet in the end of the workbook and you can simply delete these employee names and you can put your original employee name. This is dynamic list. If I will remove, let's say, these employee from here, so now I have employee 1 to employee 4 only, and automatically it will show me only 4 employees in the list. Alright, now the next cell is the completion percentage. In the completion percentage, you can put your task completion percentage. If you have not started that task so far, so you can simply input here 0%. Okay, as you will enter the value here, that length of the bar accordingly will be changed. You can input your remarks here, then this status column will show automatic this icon. Then we have on the top this summary button. If you will click here, it will take you back to the summary sheet, and similarly you can go to the project 2 sheet or project 3 sheet. Alright, now if you want to add another project here, you can simply right click and you can just click on move or copy, and you can move this before the list. You can make a copy of this. So here you can see we can keep the name as project 4, or you can keep the name of your project whatever you want. Now here you can start typing your task name. Okay, so I'm removing this. I can copy this cell and I can just paste this here, and in place of project 3 I can type here project 4. This is my sheet name. Automatically it will take the summary of that particular project. You can see it from here. So it's totally dynamic. Alright friends, now quickly I will explain you how can you do it in Microsoft Excel. So let's start without delay. First I will create the project sheet. So what I will do, I'll copy these headers name, just copy and press Ctrl N to add a new workbook. So let's paste this from here. Okay, you can change the header color as per your requirement. Alright, so here you can input your task name, then due date, and then assigned to, completion percentage, remarks and status. You can put some border here, so select the range, let's say this, then right click, go to the format cells, go to the borders, and here just select this border, or let's select this one, and color you can choose this one, and click on outline, and inside click on OK. So here you can see it is showing this border. Now I will go to the view and I'll remove the grid lines. So here you can see the border is visible properly. I will select this entire row, then I'll go to the view and freeze pens. Okay, so this row is freezed now. Now here we can input our summary. So let's merge these two cells. Let's select these 4 cells, then go to the merge and center in the home tab, and then click on merge across. And we will type here total task. And here we will input the number. So you can change the width of the row. Let's take this one, align this center. Let's take here this gray color. Let's take this dark gray, and here we will take this light gray. Alright, copy this and you can paste this here, and similarly you can paste this here also. Alright, so this will be our completed and this will be overdue. Alright, on the top you can put some title, click on merge and center, fill this color. I have taken this light blue color, and you can type here project 1 to-do list. Align this center, make it slightly bigger. Let's take here font name as Arial rounded empty bold. This one font, let's take white. Alright, now you can input your task name here, due date here, and assign to. To use the assign to, let me add a new sheet and I will put here list, and let's take here header name as assign to, and I'm putting here, let's say, employee 1 to employee 10. Okay, you can enter your actual employee name. Now we will make a named range. So I'll go to the formula, name manager, click on new name. Here you can keep the name as assigned to, and in the refer to we will use the offset function. Offset, then I'll take this range, comma, I'll put 2 more commas here, then I'll use count a, and I'll take the height of this. I'll use -1 here because we have taken the header, comma, put here 1. So we are taking from first column, so put here 1, click on OK. So here you can see, if I will click here, then this range has been selected. So basically we have used offset function to create the dynamic range, and we know in the offset function, so I'll show you the syntax of the offset function. So first we have to give the reference, then we have to give the number of rows and columns. So we are keeping rows and column blank, we are just giving the height and width. So for the height we are taking count a, so dynamically it will take count, but since we are considering the header, so I'll use here -1, and width we will provide the number of columns, so we are taking the from the first column, so I'll put here 1, enter. So here you can see it is giving me this list. Alright, the same formula I'm using in name manager. So let's go to the sheet 1, and here you can select this range, and then go to the home, and then go to the data validation. So here we have data validation, and click on data validation and select here list. In the source I'll type here assign name, or I can press F3. As I will press F3, it will show me the space name window, and I'll see all the names which I have created. So I have created only one name. Just click on OK and just click on OK. So here you can see in the list we have the name of 10 employees. Okay, you can select anyone from here. If I will change this list, let's say I'm deleting few of the name, automatically this list will be changed. Alright, because it is dynamic. Okay, now for the due date, it should be date. So let's select this range and then again go to the data and data validation. Click on data validation. Here we can select date. Select here between, or you can select greater than. Let me select here between. So I'm putting here 1st January 2021 till 1st January 2030. Okay, so it will take proper date. If you will enter something here, text, then it will show this message. Alright. Now in the completion percentage, we will use the conditional formatting. If I will type here, let's say 50%, then it is showing nothing. If I will type here, let's say 60%, it is showing me nothing. So first let me align this as left. Go to the home, align as left, or let's align this center. Then I'll go to the conditional formatting and new rule, and then I will go to this format all cells based on their value, and then I will go to the data var. In the data var, I'll go to the minimum and maximum value. So here you can see the type is automatic. Just select here number, and default value is 0, so keep it as it is. For the minimum, again take the number, and default value take here 1. So basically we want to enter between 0 to 1, means 0% to 100%. Okay, in the solid fill you can take any color. So I have taken, let's say, this green color, And if you want to make it gradient, you can make it gradient. So I have taken this gradient. If you want to put some border, so you can take some border also. Let's take solid border. I have taken the border of green color, so let's take this one. Then the bar direction I have taken right to left. Just click on OK. So here you can see it will look like this. If I will enter here 100%, then entire cell will be filled. If I will enter here, let's say 10%, then 10% cell will be filled. Alright. Now in the status, we have used symbols. So let's go to the insert, then go to the symbols, go to the symbols. And here we will use this Wingdings font. So we have taken 3 icons there. The first one we have taken this one. So click on insert, then go to the next one. So we have taken this check and cross. So this check, insert, and this cross, insert. And just close this. So we have taken these 3. Let's keep these 3 here for now, and then we will use the first one. This icon is for work in progress. Then this check icon is this text, and the last text is overdue. Alright. So let's input some task name here. Let's say task 1. We are giving some random dates here, so you can enter some random dates, or you can use our random dates generator. So you can use the PKG utility tool to generate the random dates. Friends, this tool is absolutely free and you can download it from my website, and you can go to the PKG utility tool version 2.0 and just click on random generator, and here we will generate the dates. So let's generate the date between 1st Jan 2021 till 31st December 2021. Click on generate. Click on OK. Just cancel this. So here you can see we have the few random dates. Okay. Now you can assign this to the employees. Alright. Now here you can input the completion percentage. I will put here if, and I'll use this completion percentage is 1, means 100%. Then we will take it as completed, means that check sign, this one. Okay, this one. So let's put here if this value is equal to 1, then in the inverted comma let's put this. Then again we will use if, and I will use today. If today's date is greater than this due date, that means this task is overdue. Alright, so that means it will be considered that cross sign. So I'll copy that cross sign. For now I'm putting this X. In the else case, it will show that a refresh sign, which is 6 in the inverted comma. I'll show you that. So first let me copy this. So this 6 is for hourglass sign. For this cross is this text. So just copy this in place of X. Let's paste this here. Alright, so now we can fill this till the end, or you can fill this till here. Okay, we can put one more condition in the starting, that is if this due date is blank, then it will show blank, else it will show this information. So let's fill this. Now we can change the font of this. So let's take here Wingdings and hit the enter. Alright, so it is showing the correct text. So now I'll put conditional formatting here. So select this range and then go to the home conditional formatting and then go to the new rule, and here I will select format only cells that contains equal to, and first I will put here that cross sign, and I have copied this text, so this is for the cross sign, and go to the format and font we will take here this dark red. Click on OK. OK. So here you can see it is in red. Now for this check sign we will copy that text, this one, and select this range and go to the home conditional formatting and new rule. Select this equal to, and we will paste that here format, and let's take this green. Click on OK. So here you can see it is in green. Now for this hourglass you can put some yellow color, so go to the home conditional formatting, new rule, and then go to the format only cell that contains equal to, put here 6, format, and then let's take this color, click on OK. Okay, it has not applied just because it seems a text, so just copy again, manage rule, edit this and put it in the inverted comma, apply. So here you can see. Alright, so friends, once you have created this sheet, then we will put these top number. So total task, you can put here count A of the task from row number 8 till the end and hit the enter. So we have total task here. You can take here Arial rounded empty hole and make it slightly bigger. You can copy this and you can paste this here, same function, and paste this here. We will change the formula. So for the completed, we will use here COUNTIF. And we will take the range as this one. Criteria we will take 100%, or you can input here 1. So you can see we have one count for the 100%. If I will put here 100%, then that would be 2 count. Alright. Then for the overdue, we will count from here. So overdue means this cross sign, means this text. If this text is available in this range, so I'll use here count if, and I'll take this range, comma, in the inverted comma I'll put that text, just hit the enter. So we have 2 count of overdue. You can see it here also. So this is for project 1. Project 1. You can make the copy of this and you can keep the name as project 2, wherein you can put more completed, let's say 100% here. Let's fill this down. Okay, this is for project 2. You can add more sheets here. Then you can add one more sheet, that is the summary sheet. In the summary sheet, we will put the name of our sheets, like project 1 and project 2, or whatever names are there. You can do it quickly. If you have a long list, then you can do it using the table of content available in PKG utility tool. Go to the PKG utility tool and you can go to the worksheet manager and just click on table of contents. So here you can see it has created table of contents. We have only 2 lists, so you can create manually as well as you can use this trick. Let's paste this here and delete this. So this is worksheet name. You can put here project name. You can put here serial number 1, 2, and then you can put here total task, completed, overdue. Alright, so once we have this ready, we can format this. So you can format this normally, or you can go to the PKG utility tool and go to the selection and you can use the quick formatting also here. So it has been formatted. You can see, change the width of this. You can add more projects here. Then you can see the hyperlink is there automatically, which has been created using table of contents. So here you can rename as summary. Okay. Or if you are doing it manually, then I'll tell you how you can create the link. You can simply select the cell and press Ctrl K. Then the hyperlink window will be opened and you can select this place in this document. Then you can select the sheet name from here. Alright. Now for the total task, so I will press here equal to, I'll go to the project 1. So total task is here A5. Just hit the enter. So we know it is on the A5. Use here indirect function, indirect, and if I will put this in the inverted comma, means I'll make it text, then it will return the same text. You can see. Now I'll make this project 1 as dynamic. So I'll delete this and in place of this I'll close the inverted comma, I'll put and, then similarly here I'll put in the inverted comma and I'll put here and. Within this to and sign, I'll select this reference, which is C8, and then I'll put the $sign here. Just hit the enter. So here you can see it is giving me the number from project 1. Okay, so let's copy this and paste in the other cells also. We will just change the reference here. for the completed. So completed is on C5, you can see, and this overdue is on E5. So we'll do this thing here. I will take C5 and I will take here E5. Alright, now I will fill this down. Then here it is taking for project 2, and similarly you can add your another sheet. Alright friends, we have added hyperlink here, so we can add a back button here. So I'll go to the insert, then I'll add a save from here. So let's take this one, and you can go to the save format and you can take a style from here. Let's take this one, right click, edit text, and put here back or index or summary, whatever you want to put. Let's put here summary. Align this center, and right click, go to the link, and here go to the place in this document and select the summary tab. If I will click, it will take me to the summaries. If I will click on project 1, okay, so that is how you can use this. Similarly, you can copy this to the project 2 sheet and you can paste this here. Alright friends, so friends, that is how you can create this to-do list for multiple projects at a time. You can use this in your office to manage your projects. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Friends, if you like this video, please hit the like button and please subscribe my channel to get the regular update of my videos. Thank you so much for watching.